Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to be talking about something every content creator, every service provider, and every entrepreneur needs to hear. You are allowed to charge for value, and that includes for your gifts. And to drive the point home, I'm going to take you back to one of the most iconic stories in the Bible, the story of David and Goliath. But we are not going to be focusing on the slingshot or on the smooth stones today. We are focusing on what happened before David stepped onto the battlefield, before he slayed Goliath, and what he demanded in return, and how this applies to you as somebody who provides value and are wondering whether or not to charge for the services that you provide, including the gift that God has given you. So let us start with our Bible, because this is going to form the basis of that story, the story of David and Goliath. And we are going to be looking at the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, and we shall be reading from verses 23. Okay, no, let's read from verse 22. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage and ran into the army and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spoke according to the same words, and David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, they fled from him and were very afraid. And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man who kills him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. Free means that you do not have to pay taxes. And David spoke to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that kills this Philistine, and take away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? Verse 27, and the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that kills him. So the main two verses I would want you to focus on is verse number 25, that's 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 25, that talks about what to be given to the man that kills Goliath, and then verses 27, again, when David asks what shall be given to the man that slays Goliath. So you can notice from this biblical text that before David volunteered to kill Goliath, he asked, what's in it for him? What will be done to the man who kills this Philistine? That's 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 26. He wasn't just looking to be a hero for free, like the way some of you are looking to be heroes for free. And the reason why I'm doing this video again is because I tried to explain this same concept using the story of the Queen of Sheba coming to visit King Solomon, but some of you still didn't get it. So now let's try with the story of David and Goliath. So David wasn't just going to be a hero for free. He wanted to know the reward of his heroism. Before he went to slay Goliath, he had to know what's in it for him. And guess what the reward was? We just read from that Bible text. Number one, you're going to get great wealth. Number two, was going to get the king's daughter in marriage. And number three, exemption from taxes for his family. David knew something that a lot of us forget, especially those Christian entrepreneurs, Christian content creators who feel like, because God gave me this singing gift for free, because God gave me this teaching gift for free, I can give it free of charge. But David knew something that a lot of us keep forgetting. When you solve big problems for other people, you deserve big compensation. It is what it is. Now, it's very, very important for you to know your worth, especially as a child of God. David wasn't being greedy by wanting to know what's in it for him before he went to slay Goliath. He was just being wise. And he understood that killing a giant wasn't an ordinary thing. It wasn't business as usual, and neither is your gift. Whether you're offering coaching services, whether you're offering psychological counseling services, whether you are designing websites, whether you are creating content like I'm doing, whether you are teaching, whether you are consulting, whatever it is that you are doing, if you're solving someone's giant or somebody's giant problem, it's only right that you be compensated accordingly. Even Jesus in the book of Luke chapter 10 verses 7 admonishes us that the laborer is worthy of his wages. So why are you not charging for the giant slaying work that you are doing? Free things can be very fleeting. Ask me, been there, done that. Let me ask you this. If David had fought Goliath just to prove himself with no reward on the table, do you think the king would have still honored him the same way? I don't think so. People value what they invest in. It's just pure common sense. So charging is not about being greedy, or it's not about not appreciating what God has given you. It's about being committed to what is the task that is ahead of you, having clarity about your worth, and just honoring your assignment that God has given you. So you are not called to carry everyone's cross, to carry everyone's burden for free. So here's my reminder for you today, based on this story of David and Goliath, when it comes to charging for your worth, charging for your services. And something else that I almost forgot. You will notice that David asks 2 times, what's in it for me? And the reason he asks is because back in the olden days, when it came to contracting, as long as there was 2 witnesses, 2 or 3 witnesses, and as long as something was confirmed 2 or 3 times, it was considered a contract. So, number 1 lesson we learn from the story, make sure you ask like David. Don't be afraid to ask what's in it for you, okay? Right before you perform that task. Find out what is the contractual obligation of the task that you're just about to perform. And this is why it is important to have contracts in place, because in our day and age, people are not as disciplined as they were back in the day, whereby just word of mouth was binding and contractual. Number 2, charge based on the giant you are slaying. The bigger the transformation, the bigger the value, the bigger the amount that you should be compensated for. And then stop proving your heroism. Let your prices talk for you, okay, guys? You've already gotten the slingshot, just like David, by your experiences, your education, your background, your knowledge. Now set your rate accordingly. Stop trying to prove to people how special you are, how expensive you are. Let your prices speak for you. And guess what, guys? Your tribe will come for you. So if this video encouraged you in any way, shape, or form, drop a no more free Goliaths in the comments below. Just type there, no more free Goliaths, so that I can know that you watched this video to the end, and share this with a fellow entrepreneur who has been giving their services free of charge, or is afraid to price with purpose. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, stay bold in your calling and charge for your work. No more free Goliaths. See you on the next one. Bye.